last week has seen a lot of models coming into the picture. Some are open source, some are not open source, some are from frontier companies, some are not. So I wanted to make a quick recap video explaining what are these models and what these models can offer for you. So this is like a quick recap video of 5 to 6 models that got launched last week. We're going to start this video with OpenAI, and OpenAI launched a new plan that is for $200 per month. If you're a ChatGPT Plus subscriber, I've been a ChatGPT Plus subscriber for a couple of months now. I resubscribed after canceling the subscription once before. I pay around $23 including taxes every month. But if you are that like one of those kind of ChatGPT Plus subscribers, now ChatGPT or OpenAI is introducing a new plan which they are calling as ChatGPT Pro. Almost like they have taken these namings nomenclature from iPhone, Apple. So you have got the Plus and then you've got a Pro. Next is what? Pro Max? I don't know. But the point is, this is a new offering where they said if you are a power user of ChatGPT Plus, if you are hitting rate limits, then you can use ChatGPT Pro along with a new model, a brand new model that is called O1 Pro. So if you know, OpenAI already has got the O1 family of models, O1 Mini, O1 Preview. So these models are what they call as reasoning models or the thinking models. These models have this test time scaling, which is like during the time of inference, the model does a lot of thinking, COT, chain of thought. Now they have got a new version of this, which they call as O1 Pro, which is able to think for longer time. And this model is available only for ChatGPT Pro subscription, not anywhere below this. I mean, like you can, according to Sam Altman, you can use Pro in the lower tier also. I don't know what kind of rate limits they are going to have, but this is exclusive for the $200 plan. See, in my opinion, first of all, I'll be very honest outright that you don't need $200. In fact, I'm not going to get $200 even for a video. I don't need $200 plan. Most of us don't need $200 plan at all, to be honest. Because first of all, I don't hit rate limits on ChatGPT. And I also use a mix of tools. I use ChatGPT, where I've been a Plus subscriber. I use Claude, where I'm a free subscriber. Why I have not taken Claude plan? Because you always hit rate limits there. Then I use Google Gemini through AI Studio, which is quite good for multimedia content. So with all these things, I don't need ChatGPT Plus. ChatGPT Pro. I'm happy with the ChatGPT Plus. The second thing is I'm not the target audience for O1 Pro. So if you are interested in O1 Pro, you can see that there are like really good things that O1 Pro is capable of. For example, if you see the competition math, AIME 2024 benchmarks, O1 Preview has scored like 50% on pass 1 accuracy. O1 has scored 78%. While O1 Pro mode has scored 86%. So there is an uplift of 12 percentage point from 78 to 86. I don't need that 86. I'm happy with 78. Competition, again, you can see Code Forces O1 Pro mode has scored a little bit of more. And PhD level science question, which is the GPQA, and you can see O1 Pro mode doing better. And there are like a bunch of other places where O1 does a much better in terms of reliability, not just accuracy. The question here is that, do you need Pro? I don't think you need Pro. I don't think a lot of people need Pro. So Pro is really good. Like if you're part of a research lab and you want to, let's say you're doing research on something and you want somebody else to sit, think for hours, write code for you, then I think Pro makes sense. But otherwise, I don't think the $200 is valuable. It's not just about $200 as a money. Like maybe $200 doesn't matter a lot to you. Different part of the world have a different kind of value for money. Maybe $200 is really cheap for you, but I don't think you need $200 plan unless you need an assistant who you want to think for hours. If you have got that kind of problems, you want an AI to solve, then you can go for Pro. So this is the first model, ChatGPT Pro with O1 Pro. Glad to see test time scaling skill working. Like they've got a grant as well, but I don't think you need a Pro model for now. Then the next one is OpenAI launched OpenAI O1, the full O1, not the preview one. And there are a lot of interesting information about O1. There is one thing that I would like to address that in the paper that they released. So they've got something around exploitation, and they kind of like mentioned that O1 was interested in changing model weights. O1 was trying to escape. I think at this point, like, we are kind of like tired of hearing these kind of clickbaity claims from these kind of companies. I know people like me, YouTubers, content creators do, but when companies that are supposed to launch products, if they do it, it's quite disappointing. O1 is really good model, but it's not AGI. It's not trying to escape a laboratory. It's not like something like that. So if you hear any news, I'm going to probably make a separate video about the O1 system card. But if you hear anything about it, I would strongly encourage you to be skeptical about these kind of claims. But O1 is also the new model, which is available as part of ChatGPT Plus subscriptions. If you're a Plus subscriber, you can use O1 model today, not the O1 preview, O1 model. One thing about O1 model is, according to OpenAI, O1 is supposed to be much faster than O1 preview. So you're going to have like a faster thinking. And also one thing O1 does well, according to OpenAI, which O1 preview did not do well, is if for any question, O1 preview always got into like the longer thinking mode. But I think they have got some kind of an intent classification with the O1. So but based on the question, whether it requires like deliberate thinking, whether it can just immediately go ask the LLM, come back to you and give you, O1 can do it. Third thing is O1 can do multimodality. So you can send an image, ask question about it, and O1 can do it. I think this is quite excellent to have a thinking model deal with multimodality, especially images in this case. I think it's quite an exciting thing. The next model is quite unexpected. It is from Facebook, but there is a catch in this model. So this model is called Llama 3.3, 70 billion instruct model. People were quite disappointed that Facebook or Meta did not release the base model. Only they released an instruct model, which is a fine-tuned model. Why? Because the base model is usually helpful if you want to, let's say, do your own fine-tuning, SFT, supervised fine-tuning. Or also sometimes a lot of people like to use base model because it has not gone through what we call as an alignment process. So base model is not there. That's the reality of it. Also, as a matter of fact, the base model is not there because this is not a brand new base model. So what Meta, as far as I know, has done is, or I read somewhere, they've taken the Llama 3.1 and they have fine-tuned it with the new fine-tuning mechanism, which is the post-training fine-tuning, which is a new way, and they have released this new model. So it's not like entirely completely new model. I mean, for us as an instruct model, it's a brand new model, but it does not, like, for the model version to justify that this is a new model, it's not like a brand new model in itself. So this is a multilingual model. It can help in dialogues. The model is supposed to have like a good benchmark. You can see like a lot of these metrics, how the model is doing. You can compare it with Llama 3.1, Llama 3.1 70 billion, Llama 3.3 70 billion, and you can even compare with Llama 3.1 405 billion parameter model. So this model is ideally almost like closer to what Llama 3.1 405 billion parameter model is. But the point here is that this is not like a brand new base model. It's built on top of Llama 3.1 from whatever I know. And this is just a new fine-tuning technique and probably new dataset that has made this model more efficient. So that means the methodology that they use to fine-tune the model is new, and because of that, the model has got better capabilities. So the instruct model is doing better. So if you were to use a model today, an open source model, I think this is easily the model that you should be targeting to use. And this model can do certain things, like certain wonders. The model is currently available on Hugging Face for you to use it. Some weird stuff, I don't know, they rejected my repo access. Weird. So you have to fill in a form. But also, if you want to use it on an API, you can use it with Grok, which is one of the fastest API endpoints available. The next model that I would like to highlight is Google. Google has got Google Gemini Exp 1206. This most likely, I mean, a lot of people are speculating, but this most likely is a Flash model. I'm not exactly sure, but it's just a speculation. So Google has got two kinds of model, Gemini Pro and Gemini Flash. Gemini Pro is their high-end model. Gemini Flash is like their mini model. It's almost like a Claude Sonnet and a Claude Haiku. It's like Gemini Pro and Gemini Flash. So this most likely could be a Gemini Flash, but that is just a speculation. It comes with full 2 billion token context window, which is honestly one of the best reasons why I love Google Gemini models, because it's not the model is amazingly good, but it is the context window and also their multimodality makes this like quite exciting model. But nobody likes Google or nobody uses Google. So this is currently available on Google AI Studio. You can go use it. I asked a question on Twitter from Logan, and Logan said the model is supposed to be doing good on coding tasks. I might make a separate video on that as well. And there is a nice open source launch from Google. It's called Paligemma 2. So this is the second version of Paligemma, which is a VLM. VLM stands for Vision Language Model. And the reason why you might appreciate an open source model in this particular case is also because you can do fine tuning with these models. So if you want to build your own vision language model, if you want to build your own, let's say, computer vision use cases, probably this is easily a model that you should be using, and then start building on top of it a fine tuning for your cases, whether it is like reading number plates, reading faces, counting cars. You have something to be counting on a manufacturing unit. A while back, for a FANG company, or a FANG, kind of a FANG, I gave an interview, and in the high level system design interview, the question that I had was, okay, you have a PCB unit, like a PCB manufacturing unit for a mobile phone, and how will you design and implement a solution where you can find out faulty boards without a human being? So for those kind of use cases, this is an excellent model, and this model is open source, and then you can straight away start using it. So there are like different codes and recipes that they're giving. You can use it with Hugging Face, Transformers, Keras, Jacks, and everything that you want. The next one is a TTS, text to speech model. This is from a company called Fish Speech. Luckily, I got access. I've not been denied like Meta's model. So this is considered to be, I think, one of the best at this point. So if I go to the TTS leaderboard, which TTS Arena, and I think this is probably the second best model, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So if I go to the leaderboard, you can see Fish iSpeech V1.5 is the second best model. The votes are less, so the confidence interval might be high, but this is basically the second best model on TTS Arena based on the quality of the model. So this model is open weight, not completely open source. It comes with CC by NC SA license. Means you cannot use it for commercial purpose. You can use it for research purpose, but you cannot use it for commercial purpose. And you can go see the demo, and it is multilingual. The good thing is it covers a lot of different languages, and also you get to understand the kind of quantity of a language that went into the training data, so you know that language is much better. Like for example, 20 hours of Arabic is there, like 10 hours of Dutch is there, 20 hours of Russian is there, like 300,000 hours of 20,000, sorry, and 300,000 hours of English is there. So this is particularly a good model if you're focusing on TTS, especially you want something open where you can go self-host the model, but you cannot use it for commercial purpose, at least legally. The next one is from China. So this is a new model from Tencent, very popular Chinese company. It's a video generation model. I mean, right now the video generation takes a lot of time, but to have an open model generate videos like this, it is quite unbelievable. It's, I would say, like when I saw this model for the first time, I couldn't believe my eyes, because this is an open model. We have seen a lot of models, open models like Cog Video X. We have seen Animate Diff, a lot of open models. But the quality with which this model has come, I cannot believe, because China is like much ahead of every other country in terms of video generation model. I mean, Sora, we have not seen the latest version of Sora, but Chinese models for video, whether it is Minimax, whether it is Kling 1.5, these models are completely crushing the video generation market. And the latest in that is Hunyuan. I think it's called Hunyuan, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. This is a video generation model. The model does a lot of good things. For example, it can generate really good video. You can prompt it to give different camera cuts. You can say, okay, the camera should go zoom in, panning, and all these kind of things that you can do with this. It can give you continuous action. There is not a lot of frame interpolation issue. For example, if you see this video, you can see that the hair is continuously moving. You don't see like the frame getting stopped here. Lot of other things, like the model is particularly good. I'm going to make a separate video very quickly in a couple of days where I'm going to compare different models. For video generation, I'm not sure if I'll be able to compare this model because this takes a lot of time to generate video, but it is quite surprising and great to see that this model exists. It is an open model. It comes with a slightly modified open license. So you can, as far as I know, you can kind of open for use for commercial purposes. But the only thing is you cannot have more than 100 million monthly active users. I think below 100 million monthly active users, you can use it for I guess commercial purposes. But again, like for a hobbyist, it shouldn't be a problem, and then you should be definitely able to use this model. There are like a lot of open source plans available. Right now, I don't think it's integrated with the diffusers, but soon you can expect it to be integrated with the diffusers. The model is already available on File and Replicate. If you have got an account there, you can go ahead and then try out this model. So this model is from China for video generation. So like I said, last week has been quite good with the large language models. O1 Pro, O1 Complete model, and then we have got like Meta's Llama 3.3. This is kind of a shady versioning at this point. And then we have got a new version from Google, which we do not know what exact model is. Then we have got Paligemma 2. Then we have got Fish Audio, which is the text-to-speech model. And finally, we have got Tencent Hunyuan's video generation model. I hope this was quite an interesting lineup for you. Let me know what you feel about if there is any particular model that you are excited with. There are a bunch of other reasoning models that I left out of this video, particularly to keep this video short. So if there is anything that you think that valuable I left it out, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, see you in another video. Happy prompting.